has been a vanguard and a partner in collaborating with government in the areas of education, health, agriculture, and human animation.
The Ahmadiyya community, the mission in Sierra Leone, really they've made a pivotal contribution to the education in our country. You just have to look around wherever you are.
And I have to say, Your Holiness, that I was touched by the way in which your predecessor as spiritual leader instructed your community, the Ahmadiyya community, to befriend and look after those suffering as a result of the Bosnian conflict, and I was very impressed by that.
Everywhere that mankind suffers, your members have been active in bringing help and saving lives and limbs.
For me, as a student of Islam for now almost 30 years, I am constantly amazed by the depth of service that is certainly represented by this community and tradition, by the depth of tolerance and the constant searching for what it means to be human. To be of human means to be of service, and I think this is so dramatically represented by the message of this community.
All of us, whatever our political persuasions, hugely admire the work of the Ahmadiyya community here in the United Kingdom as we do across the world.
Let us make a resolution. Let us make this resolution to promote the message of peace and brotherhood, which is your message to mankind, that people of different religions should not quarrel and fight with each other, but should accept and tolerate and live together in that spirit of brotherhood and peace, which is the essence of your religion.
Love for all, hatred for none.
Humanity First USA, a disaster relief and humanitarian organization, undertook its fourth surgical mission to the Western African nation of Ghana in August of 2009. The group of 13 volunteers included surgeons, nurses, surgical technicians, and medical students who spent 2 weeks traveling to different hospitals. The purpose of the trip was not just to perform surgeries, but to educate and raise the level of surgical practice in Ghana.
For this year's mission, we focused on 4 institutions. Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital is where we assisted the local surgeons in performing the first ever pediatric laparoscopy courses in Ghana. So that was a history-making event because we assisted the local surgeons in doing those procedures and kicked them off, so to speak, because they're going to be doing those same procedures on an ongoing basis.
It's not about the 2-3 weeks that we come here and the 150 patients that we've managed to help. It's about how to instruct these healthcare providers and give them the opportunity and give them the skill set to improve their own quality of patient care.
A few of us can only provide a very small amount of care if you look at it in terms of the big picture. There's an ocean of humanity out there, so to speak, that needs assistance, and when we would come for a 2 or 3 week span as short-term volunteers, we could only help so many patients.
After 2 days of operating at Korle-Bu Hospital in the capital Accra, the team traveled to a hospital in Asekore, located in the Ashanti region.
It's very rural, in many ways quite primitive. However, the care the patients receive is by far the best that they can provide with such limited resources, and it's amazing. I think we forget in Western medicine how spoiled we are and how you really can get by with much less than we're accustomed to and still take excellent care of our our patients.
After 2 days in Asekore, the team would get a day to rest.
Yesterday we had planned for a day off, and because we like to give the team members at least one day to relax, because 18-hour days and surgery with no air conditioner in West Africa can get a little rough. So what we managed to do is always set up for a day or a day and a half of some tourism and things like that, so people can kind of regroup, catch their breath, and get ready for some more hard work. But yesterday we received a call from one of our friends, and he said that he was out of his medication, and unanimously all 10 members that were there present said, we're here to work, we're here to help as many people as possible, and we're here to educate these physicians on how to increase the quality of care. And instead of traveling to a resort area where we were going to spend a day and a half, we packed up all of our supplies. We went directly back to Kokofu, the hospital where this gentleman needed help, and we assisted in 6 operations. We taught him spinal anesthesia.
The final hospital in the group's tour was in Dubuasi, located in the western region of Ghana.
Dubuasi District Hospital this year especially is quite a nice surprise. Last year the hospital was much hotter, and the operating room was quite old and dark, and we had a hard time operating in there even when the electricity was on. This year they have completely remodeled the ORs. There's now 2. There's a formal scrub room. They have a new autoclave, so it's been even easier to operate here in Dubuasi this year.
It's been a two-way street. They've been learning a lot from us, and I've been learning a lot from them. They see a lot of different types of cases here, like infectious hydrocele, which we really don't see in the States, and it's been a great experience learning their techniques. And they've been learning from us too. For instance, they never use mesh in a hernia, so that's been a great experience teaching them as well.
They come to update our knowledge. They not just only come to work, but when they come to, they work with us hand in hand. In order, at the same time, we ask them some questions, and they also teach us so many things, that this thing should be done like this.
Previous surgical missions to Ghana had shown the need for a laboratory where simple blood tests could be performed. Humanity First took the initiative to build a first-of-its-kind laboratory in Dubuasi.
I think that it will help bridge the gap between providers and patients, because when you come to such low resource settings, you see that it's not just that these people don't have access to physicians, or that there aren't surgeons, or there aren't pediatricians. It's also that they don't have equipment, they don't have diagnostic tests to help make their decisions, they don't have a number of other resources that we have in high resource settings that help physicians make those decisions and improve patient care. So I think it'll close the gap between providers and patients.
Dubuasi District Hospital, there is the patients, if they want to receive a lab result, they have to travel kilometers and kilometers to get their blood results. And it's really without, if they don't have cars, if they find it hard to find public transportation, it's almost impossible. So Humanity First was gracious enough, along with Dr. Abdullah, to really set up a laboratory nearby where patients, if they need a heme aid, or if they need to know their bilirubin or amylase results, they can just go to the laboratory.
We've made a direct difference in a lot of people's lives by doing surgery and operations and helping them that way. But I think that the greatest impact that we can have in this kind of a situation is to participate in the education of the healthcare providers, to bring their level of skill and knowledge and sophistication to a higher level, that they can take care of sicker patients and be self-sufficient.